Darling, you're such a lamb. You sure you forgive me?
Every time I clutch the mic, you can see the wheels spinning like a rusty bike. Don't trust my wife, honey, that's enough advice. One wrong move, you can fuck your life. I'm as cold as crushed ice. It's time to go and tuck my knife now. When I shoot, you better duck the fuck down. Motherfuckers think it's as easy as Go Gadget live stream. That's why the streams are trash and they do not surprise me. The horizon always rises to the level that your eyes be. Motherfuckers think it's as easy as Go Gadget live stream. That's why the streams are trash and they do not surprise me. The horizon always rises to the level that your eyes be.
You sure you forgive me?
Being broke is a career, my life is smoke and mirrors. This ain't the happy stuff that you hope that you would hear. Boston Ray, level head, I never said y'all just ain't ready yet. Monopoly, get off my property for free. Ain't no stopping me, constantly a monstrosity at the top you see. Boston Ray got bars and jars of flat earth farms in the car. Motherfuckers think it's as easy as Go Gadget live stream. That's why the streams are trash and they do not surprise me. The horizon always rises to the level that your eyes be. Motherfuckers think it's as easy as Go Gadget live stream. That's why the streams are trash and they do not surprise me. The horizon always rises to the level that your eyes be.
Yo, everything nice when I sing this song. Don't get me wrong, cause I hit my bong like Tommy when it's 420. You got to understand, coming with it plenty. And it's a dose of reality straight from your brain. We're gonna let them know it's all the same. Cause Mandela affected on the mic I selected. Yo, you don't understand until you get with this. Gotta flow, everything nice like what you wanna do. Karen B on the Monday Truth Talk. Got the coffee time spitting with your rhyme. I don't need coffee to be full of this. So real, I got love in my heart so I can feel. And I'm connected straight up to the source. And yeah, I love to have intercourse cause it's so nice when I'm making that love. Just like on the microphone, flowing like a dove, flying in the sky, sending all the branch to the ceiling fan. And you know who I am, Ja. And I got the master plan. We're coming together. I don't need your hate cause through all the weather we're so much better when we come together. Feeling our feeling and we know it's the deal. Cause we're on the same mission for truth and that's for real. Yo, so I'm a micro machine. I gotta spit it straight like the man in the dreams. Can I bust my flow? I think I can. Cause you see that is so true and feels so lovely when you're spitting your voice and it's happy and free. Truth time warriors and that's what I be. The earth is flat, so what you gonna do about it? I'm gonna shout it every day and you gotta know it's true. Chemtrails up in the sky, but they can't stop the weather, it's the 4th of July. Yo, here we go.
Motherfuckers think it's as easy as Go Gadget live stream. That's why the streams are trash and they do not surprise me. The horizon always rises to the level that your eyes be. Motherfuckers think that it's easy as Go Gadget live stream. That's why the streams are trash and they do not surprise me. The horizon always rises to the level that your eyes be.
Darling, you're such a lamb. You sure you forgive me?
There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. We can roll the image, make it flutter. We can change the focus to a soft blur, or sharpen it to crystal clarity. For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television set. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to
420. Uostarosta.
Huh.
Uostarosta.
What's he doing? That's odd. I'm sure I can fix it. I think.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the mud zone.
Ho, ho, ho.
The world is flat. I'm here to ring the alarm with my puppet like charm, straight from the barn. I'm talking about Flat Earth Farms, cause most don't know. They think we live on a globe, a ball that floats. So listen and take notes, and take it to a higher plane. Immerse yourself in all it contains, in all its glory, and Flat Earth Farms can take you there. Open your mind outside the box. No more staring at NASA's Photoshop. No more moon landings, no lying to ya. No more people standing backwards in Australia. Just facts and pure truth, planning straight to the roots. Flat Earth Farms help you understand. A magical place on a wondrous land.
The world is flat, and that's a fact. Tell your friends next time you chat. Let them know a ball ain't that. Let's stay playing with the baseball bat. Cause we coming at the barn, a higher place, the Flat Earth Farm.
What are we gonna do tonight, Singe Man?
The same thing we do every night, Boston Ray. Try to take over the world.
Smoke.
Do you ever have one of those days? You know, one of those days when you just don't even want to get out of bed that day. So you just lay in bed. One of those days where you just don't even want to wake up. You don't want to get up. You don't want to do a damn thing. Sometimes I just want to close my eyes and fade away. I wish I was a kid again. Sometimes I talk with the old Ray that died away. I just want to live again. Sometimes I just lay in bed all day and sleep my life away. I hope God is listening. Sometimes I just turn everything off and isolate. I just ain't fitting in. I wish there was a way to test if the sun were 93 million miles away. Just ain't believing it. Oh, I wanna go back to sleep again and close my eyes, and close my eyes.
I'll give a damn about your programming, man. You don't know me from a ham sandwich. 9/11, yeah, we know the man planned it. I studied Earth, and the Earth ain't a damn planet. Austin, tough to do a dab with no dab stick. But yabba dabba do, Ray, your rhymes are mad sick. My lighter ran out, hand me the matchstick. And you'll never ever see a rock float like mad rhymes of venom. Attack 'em with the pen and end. There's no pretending. You my friend till the end. Truth is, you wanna know what the truth brings? Me, these raps in accordance with my mood swings. So stay stuck in the past, cause I'm moving on to new things.
Sometimes I just wanna close my eyes and fade away. I wish I was a kid again. Sometimes I talk with the old Ray that died away. I just wanna live again. Sometimes I lay in bed all day and sleep my life away. I hope God is listening. Sometimes I just turn everything off and isolate. I just ain't fitting in. I wish there were a way to test if the sun were 93 million miles away. Just ain't believing it. Oh, I wanna go back to sleep again and close my eyes, and close my eyes.
The world of science cares about you. Eureka! We found it. With the tools of science, we have invented, yes, hand sanitizer. But not just any hand sanitizer. This hand sanitizer was developed and approved by the Dark One himself. Here are a few of the things our product can bring you.
Sweet the taste of love can be, until you let me pick the fruit of the forbidden tree.
You slept. Warning, the self-destruct system has been activated. Option to override self-destruct expires in 10 minutes.
We are live! Yes! So we have Kim Ray, Drew Duncan. What's up, Cinch Man? Sean Osborne.
Hail, warriors!
Mister. I mean, that's a good one. That's a good one. Mr. Obvious. It's great to be back. It's great to be back with the Mud Mob here at the agency. Nancy! And we have John Keeley here. We have a great show for you guys tonight. Rasta Bear is here. I will be, last night, the show. Let me finish the shout out. I get sidetracked. My nickname was Sidetracked in high school. Sufinelli. Oh, Twilight Nights.
How long will it take?
Super Mario Brothers the Third. Yo, share this out. What are you doing? I thought that was Kim Ray. Yeah, I thought that was Mr. Obvious. So,
okay,
post this. Put this on Twitter. Put it on blast.
Man.
Put it on blast. Put it on Facebook and Twitter for me.
Stingy.
John Keeley, what's going on?
Hey, that was Laurel Canyon you were thinking of.
Laurel Canyon? That was,
Oh yeah,
Laurel. Yeah, remember her? Remember her? Remember Laurel Canyon?
Dude, I mean, we're like.
Hey, what about her sister, Topanga Canyon?
So hot. She was so hot, dude. She couldn't kiss very good.
Topanga was even hotter.
She's not much of a kisser though.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the hot flat earthers and all the hot truth girls. Shout out to
when they said Topanga was a canyon girl, they weren't lying.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna have fun tonight. I can't believe that. All right, so Rasta.
I married a canyon girl.
So Rasta, this is what's going on tonight. So Rasta Bear was on the show the other night.
Yeah, what?
Go ahead. Finish what you said.
Next month, my wife would have lived in this canyon for 50 years.
Okay. Point your camera down. Fix your face.
I'll sit up in a minute. I'm still getting dressed.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even got to show your face if you don't want it. But
okay.
We'd love to see you. Hail Warriors. Okay, go ahead.
Jimmy was my pea shooter.
Yo, so anyway, listen to this shit. So Rasta,
hey,
yeah, what's up, John?
See me holding that 22 right there?
The what?
In my avatar.
I have no clue.
I'm holding the rifle nice and level.
You have no avatar. You're white.
Oh, from here it shows me aiming at a 22.
Maybe they won't allow it. They blocked it. That's weird. Maybe you can't do that. I mean, I'm sure you can't. I don't think it's allowed. But
anyhow, I was just saying you could tell.
I mean,
level.
the Fourth Amendment, the right to bear arms. There's an interesting thing about that. It's the only amendment that says not to be infringed in writing. All the amendments are not to be infringed, but the fourth one, they specifically said not to be infringed.
Now they're considered firearms.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So now we're getting off track. So yeah, we were doing a show the other night on. I'm gonna put it back up. I just gotta clip some shit out of it and put it back up. I don't, it's a little fucked up. So. We can all thank Butthole Winker for that, for fucking up my shit. Making extra work for Boston Ray. Singe Man, I can't hear you. Yeah, what's up?
Whenever he blinks, he is winking. He can only wink.
I know.
Whenever he blinks.
I know who it is. It's all right.
No, because he only's got one eye. Get it? But never mind.
Yo, so anyway, so we had Rasta Bear on, and he was saying
for the great interview.
Yeah, he started saying something about portals to the abyss, and I was like, that's pretty cool, but it's like way off topic for tonight. But like, we'll do it tomorrow night. You remember, right? You were there, right? Yeah. So
that was it.
That was 2 nights.
That was then.
Yeah, we took a night off. So what?
So here we are.
We're here.
I want to get Portal.
It's Groundhog Day. Nancy. So
If you don't like getting portals,
right back there. She's
you don't
like,
belong
look,
in this group.
You can see her. Look, right. Which one is she? All right. So
Singe
anyway,
Man still's got a couple
This is my
portal
office.
holes left
This
in
is
him.
my cubicle. At the agency. So, anyways, so Rasta Bear, he was talking about portals to the abyss. I was like, let's save it for another night. He's here. He was just here. He'll be back. Singe Man wants to talk about weaponized music. So, all right, we'll do a little bit of both. If Rasta comes back, we're gonna interview him. It's gonna be good. But for now, we'll start off light. We'll start off with this.
In alchemy, the moon is represented with this symbol. Isn't that strange? The ground intersects the most obvious cycle in the sky, and the resulting symbol represents the second most obvious cycle in the sky. It's a pretty direct visual reference, but generally, cycles are represented with circles. And that makes sense. What's more cyclical than a circle? One of the most fundamental kernels of knowledge, one that everybody seems to intuitively understand, is that music is movement. And that journey is often cyclical. You need to establish a home, then travel away. Then, usually, but not always, you come back home. This applies to harmony, but it also applies to melodies. A melody that doesn't leave home is just a tone. When I say music is about the journey, this is what I mean. If C is the destination, how do we get there? You could plot a melody as a trip around a circle. Just as you can only travel halfway into a forest, you can only go halfway into an octave. Anything past F sharp, up or down, is going to bring you closer to C. That's circles. This is salt, a perfect dissection. In our circle of notes, it depicts a tritone, a rather dissonant pair. Every obvious shape does this. Triangle, that's an augmented chord. Square, diminished chord, or really just two tritones. These shapes show the liminal areas of our circle. You can travel here, but it takes tremendous effort to stay here. The tritone wants to bend, to resolve. The augmented chord wants to scaly, to resolve. The square, or more commonly the isosceles, wants to move forward. I guess there's one more shape you can add here. Two triangles. Now we're just hitting every other. Someone extend on this once. But you can pull magic from this arrangement. Just rotate the star.
What's up, Junkill? You want to say something?
No, just putting the hex on that.
That's the circle of fifths, a cornerstone of music theory and analysis. And it's built on a lie. You see, the power of the circle of fifths, the reason that musicians keep coming back to it, is in its name. Each note is a fifth away from the last, and they circle back around after visiting all 12 notes. A fifth is defined as a frequency ratio of 3/2. But the fifth that we use, it's off by 1/3%. Less, actually, but it adds up. Look. And we're back at C, right? Wrong. We're off by 24 cents, give or take. A Pythagorean comma, formally. The circle of fifths is actually a spiral.
Fibonacci.
There's this weird, shockingly prevalent notion that music theory is a hard-bound set of rules that you must follow to make your music sound good and boring. I want you to know that's just not true. Music is squishy witchcraft. Theory is a popular way of navigating that, but you can write your own. You'll probably end up in several wheels, but who cares? Have fun first.
Music is witchcraft. Music theory is witchcraft. Same fucking thing. Whoa. Get out of here. Get out of there. That wasn't it. All right. How we doing? Can't hear you, Singe. Again. What's going on? Your audio's in and out tonight. In and out. Earlier was my fault. Can't hear you.
No. Now.
Now. Yes.
Now.
Now you can hear me.
Now.
Now. Did you say
Rock
meow
and
or
roll.
now?
Okay, rock and roll. Rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Okay. So
Abracadabra.
So why is rock and roll? Like,
Is this a bus?
Okay.
Abracadabra.
So at Flattoberfest, there was a guy named Mark Devlin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like the one of the pros, or probably I would say the pro on the subject. He's written 5 books.
Listen, and you and admit it, you have a picture of him on your nightstand. You sleep next to it because you love him so
No, he's
much.
got a picture above his turntable.
Of his book. This is his first book.
All right, here we go.
This is his first book. It's called
Musical
Truth.
He loves
Musical
them.
Truth.
Let me see. Do you sleep next to that too?
Dude, can you just get serious?
All right.
I don't know how to respond to that. Besides getting angry, I get angry. That's one thing I respond to.
All right, what do you got?
So it's Musical Truth. This is the book.
Did you talk
We're gonna
about
watch
YouTube?
him right now. Let's watch him right now.
All right. Well, what's the book about though? What does it say on the back?
YouTube. Is
Just
Bono in
read
it?
the back. Read a little bit off the back, like what it explains what the book's about. Just
To most people, the music industry represents a source of harmless fun and entertainment. Holding the mind. Entertainment means entering and holding the mind. Beneath that glossy veneer, however, lies the devastating truth of who really controls these institutions and deeply malevolent agendas for which they're being used. Mark Devlin is a long-standing DJ and music journalist. Musical Truth is the culmination of his 5 years of research into the true nature of the industry and its objectives, from dark occult rituals to mind-controlled artists and all points in between.
Oh wow, that's pretty good. So he basically studies.
And yes, I
not
do
just
love him.
one.
And yes, I do have a poster over my bed. It's actually
Yes!
on the ceiling. It's on the ceiling.
There you go.
No,
All right.
And he's got a vaulted
So that became
ceiling
my
to wear.
full-time job. I was very
Here
fortunate
he
enough
is.
to be able to do
I
that
love
for a livelihood for around about 20 years.
Sid, I love him. Listen, I love him too.
I'm an uptight.
Listen,
I'm an
I
uptight
bought.
Californian,
Listen,
man.
I bought his wardrobe, like online on eBay. They were selling a shirt that he wore and a hat and some pants. I bought it. I didn't wash it. I hung it in my closet. I got it in a wrapper.
Okay. See,
I did radio shows on different stations in the UK, and I was fortunate enough to be able to travel up and down the length and breadth of the UK and internationally to DJ. But, happy days for as long as they lasted. But towards the end of that career, so we're getting to around about sort of 2006, 2007, I'd become something of a jobbing DJ. So whereas previously I was playing guest spots at really great clubs and promoters were booking me to play these great events, by 2006 I'd taken jobs at various bars and different sort of...
So this guy basically studied it all. He didn't just study like one little section of it. He studied like how the MK Ultra people, the MK Ultra, musicians, all the little secret messages in the music and everything else.
Static venues where I was just turning up week after week and playing the same old tunes to the same old crowd. And I was starting to get very bored with it. Also, the music had changed by that point as well. I got into the game in the 90s. Everything in the 90s was so different to what it is now, and so much better, I would say. Hip hop and rap music was so much better. House and dance music was so much better. Movies and films were so much better. And it really started to diminish by sort of 2006. I'd been put onto the film Zeitgeist, the first Zeitgeist movie, by Danny Rampling, actually. We were stranded in an airport in Riga, Latvia, one time when we both played the same festival event. And we got chatting, and Danny put me onto this amazing film, Zeitgeist, which when I watched it, it blew my mind. It completely changed my worldview. And so, right about these times, 2007, 2008, I was starting to reevaluate my entire
hung out with this guy. Zeitgeist blew my balls off.
Of what this world was all about. And one thing led to another, and that's what put me on the path to researching the true nature of the music industry. The first major result of that was my first Musical Truth book, which I self-published in early 2016.
Hi,
Mazi
we're Visible,
Chen.
the wireless company that makes things visible.
Visible. Sponsored by Visible. Oh, it went back. Sponsored by
the number 5.
The Zeitgeist movie by Danny Rampling, actually. We were stranded in an airport in Riga, Latvia, one time when we both played the same festival event. And we got chatting, and Danny put me onto this amazing film.
We had to go get 5,000 green M&Ms to fill a brandy glass, or Ozzy would it go on stage that night.
Zeitgeist, which when I watched it, it blew my mind. It completely changed my worldview. And so right about these times, 2007, 2008, I was starting to reevaluate my entire perception of what this world was all about. And one thing led to another, and that's what put me on the path to researching the true nature of the music industry. The first major result of that was my first Musical Truth book, which I self-published in early 2016. With me, I had to become a music fan. I had to get to know a lot about the music industry. I had to get out there as a DJ, being a part of the industry, playing this music. I had to be doing radio shows. I had to get used to interviewing artists. And I had to travel and do DJ gigs all over the place to get me ready for what I'm now doing.
You'll have to love her. She's your symbol. Oh, you mean that posh bird who gets everything wrong? I beg your pardon? Oh, yeah, the lads frequently sit down the television and watch her for a giggle. She's a trendsetter. It's her profession. She's a drag, a well-known drag. We turn the sound down on her and say rude things. Get him out of here. Have I said something amiss? Get him out.
There it is, embedded into the narratives of these movies, and it's in TV shows, it's in songs. A lot of very famous rock songs have talked about this. They talk about Kundalini energy. They talk about the raising of the chrism oil, the illumination of the pineal gland, the attaining of higher levels of consciousness. It's out there in popular culture vehicles, if only people would know how to interpret it. So they veil it in allegory and metaphor, and you've got to know how to decode it. This is actually inspiring the writing process of the book that I'm putting together at the moment, which is called The Gift and the Curse. It's another novel. It's the follow-up to my Cause and the Cure novel. And I've been inspired by all these things I've mentioned, films and rock songs, to put allegorical elements into the narrative. So in my story, there's going to be a surface narrative, the exoteric for the masses. So if you're someone that just wants a bit of a gripping, thrilling read, then the surface narrative might appeal to you. But if you're someone that likes stripping away layers and looking at symbolism and allegory,
I got some. I got
decoding
something.
anagrams,
I got something for after
meanings,
this.
and esoteric
Go
teachings,
Gadget
this
1,
sort
2,
of thing,
3. Go Gadget
then I
live
put all
stream.
that in there as well. And I was very much inspired by the movies of
Gadget.
Stanley Kubrick in this, because that guy was a bloody
Kubrick.
genius.
He was.
Clearly, he came from the inner circle of certain, secret society fraternities, I would say, to be armed with that sort of esoteric knowledge. But he put so much of that knowledge
faked the moon.
into his movies. So, for instance, you can watch The Shining, and the exoteric representation of that movie is that it's about this guy, Jack Nicholson, who is the caretaker of this remote hotel, and he goes a bit crazy and tries to murder his family with an axe. Okay, if that's what you want to get out of the film, then that's what that film holds for you. But if you want a bit more higher-minded meaning behind that film, there is so much there once you strip away that surface narrative.
Here we go.
There's endless interpretations of what the
Music has been used as a weapon in different ways. 12. It has been used as part of a combination of interrogation methods. Today, you're gonna cut me off? Keep coming up. Oh, he's talking. All right.
Gonna be good.
Music has been used as a weapon in different ways. It has been used as part of a combination of interrogation methods, today recognized by international bodies as amounting to torture. The U.S. military has increasingly relied on music as a weapon since the invasion of Panama. With loudspeakers mounted on Humvees, the U.S. Army used Metallica and AC/DC against the Iraqis in the Battle of Fallujah. Similarly, U.S. troops in Afghanistan deployed rock music
Fallujah battle. Wow.
against Taliban in 2017. Nancy, thank you.
I remember watching that from outside.
Thanks for the facsimile. You remember?
When I was outside the border of Fallujah.
Yeah. Where is everybody tonight, dude? Post this. Let's go. Thumb it up.
Really telling us it's not about a guy that goes crazy with an axe. It's about so much more than that. So I've got great admiration for how these stories, these parables, these teachings have been encoded into these movies. And I'm trying to achieve that with my fiction writing now. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing when you can learn how to decode these things, because they're offering them up to us. If only we would accept them, you know. I think there's hidden meanings in many songs where you can take them one way or you could take them another. And one example I always give is Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven.
Let's hear it.
Stairway to Heaven is a very beautiful song. It's got some very inspiring elements to it. And I think ultimately it's talking about Kundalini energy. It's talking about that energy going up the human spinal column. That's the stairway to heaven. And when that energy, that oil, goes into the center of the human brain, which is where the pineal gland resides, and this alchemical process takes place, it can result in the illumination of the pineal gland and the attaining of elevated levels of consciousness. That song is telling you all about that. That's what the Stairway to Heaven is. So a song can be one thing or another. A movie can be one thing or another, depending on the consciousness that we apply to it.
Somebody said, oh, it says My Sweet Satan in it. And I thought, oh, gosh, it's hard enough writing the music one way around rather than that way.
Let me tell you something. If you're sitting around your house playing your albums backwards, you are Satan.
So all the hip hop lyrics are talking about slinging crack, running guns, rolling in gangs, doing stick ups and drive-bys, all this sort of thing. And when it's not that, it's all about the glorification of materialistic lifestyles and consumption. So Puff Daddy and Bad Boy Records were very responsible for this, you know, popularizing the idea of drinking Cristal up in the club, rocking an expensive suit, women in expensive dresses and designer shoes, and, gold rims on your Jeep, and gold chains and all this sort of thing. What's being put out there to the young people listening to this music is that if you want to be successful in life and accepted, and if you want your life to have any kind of meaning, you've got to be rocking these brands. You've got to be drinking this champagne. You've got to be rolling in these sort of cars, you know. Disgraceful messages. And I couldn't see it at the time because I was just subject to the programming in the same way that young people
not
in
only
every
you gotta be
generation
drinking the
are.
champagne,
And that
but you gotta
music,
be,
so-called,
you gotta be
you can't even
rolling
call
up,
it music
you gotta be
anymore.
rolling up like $400 cigars for blunts. You're gonna
Dude,
be
I
using
know.
$100 bills for toilet paper.
It's like drinking $100 shots. Some people think it's as easy as Go Gadget's live streams. That's why their streams are trash, and they don't surprise me.
Yeah.
That which masquerades as hip hop and R&B these days has moved on to pushing other agendas. So trans this, trans that, you know, certain social engineering agendas and satanic
Wow,
stuff
do you
as well,
see
just
that
straight
imagery?
ritualistic,
What the-
satanic, Luciferian imagery is
straight
getting
up-
pushed through those scenes
Dude,
now.
see that?
The social engineers, the
Ray, you gotta pay
controllers,
attention to this.
they want the minds and the souls of the young people.
He's on something. Well, him. That was a great interview. Thank you very much for coming on
Great
our show.
job, man. Great job. Thanks for joining the show.
If you need to
Okay.
And you're also welcome on the show too, little guy.
You're all welcome.
Whoever the
You're all
last
welcome.
little guy was.
Ready?
Hey,
Everybody's
I'm
welcome on the
always
show.
ready, dude. Come on,
Open
man.
panel. Anyone who wants to come on and hang out.
I want to say again.
There's the
hello
link.
to all those hot truther
I'm gonna
girls.
be interviewing Rasta Bear though.
All the
Hopefully.
hot truther women out there. Yes.
Rasta Bear. Rasta Bear. Why
You know
did
who you are. All
why did
you
leave
hot
me here?
hotties. Okay, so
First and foremost, we'd like to thank Ja, our mothers, for giving birth to us in this wonderful community. We love you. Ja bless.
Rasta Bear, why'd you leave me here? I'm so sorry. What have I done to you? Rasta Bear, why'd you leave me here? Just like Tommy. What have I done to you?
The earth is flat, man. I'm calling up Batman. We waking up the people and bringing it back, fam. The earth being flat is a provable fact. It's time to let them know how we know that. Water always finds its own level. Believing in the globe, you're worshiping the devil. Thrust and combustion don't work in a vacuum. It's a pressurized system, just one little crack through. They tell you it's fact true, but nobody asked you. It's garbage, a crapshoot, it belongs in the bathroom. What type of sun-lapse footage do you got? The sun goes away and turns into a small spot. Dinosaur bones are crushed chicken bones. You might as well shut up and listen though. It's disinfo and misinfo. It's a mission to keep the public misinformed. Come on.
Rasta Bear, why'd you leave me here? I'm so sorry. What have I done to you? Rasta Bear, why'd you leave me here? Just like Tommy. What have I done to you?
I never wanted we to end. I always still will be your friend. Even when you're weak and your knees will bend. You got me wheezy and sneezy and easy then. I'll try to get some sleep again. We pretend we didn't know where we would end when we began. Even more when your days are too long and your life is boring. Looking in the mirror telling yourself it'll be better in the morning. It was like wholesale and a half sale and half sale and a wholesale. Until you got so confused you wound up saying no deal. Hey, nice merch, you got a promo code? He just put the chat on slow-mo mode. And man, I just don't know no more.
Rasta Bear, why'd you leave me here? I'm so sorry. What have I done to you? Rasta Bear, why'd you leave me here? Just like Tommy. What have I done to you?
Now sing it with me, come on.
Rasta Bear, why'd you leave me here? I'm so sorry. What have I done to you? Rasta Bear, why'd you leave me here? Just like Tommy. What have I done to you?
So, anyways, you all right? You okay, John
I'm
Kelly?
controlling your mind.
I'm
I'm controlling you
all right?
with music.
Yeah, I'm just dealing with little
I got
things.
some examples. Let's go. How we doing? We still got 9 people here. There's a lot of other shows on tonight. Let's do this.
See what I did to you? See what
Yeah.
I did there? I controlled you.
Go ahead.
With my music.
This is hidden messages and rap songs, Singe. Hidden messages and rap songs. You ready?
Oh, I got some more links. Yeah, hit it,
You
boy.
ready? You ready?
Well. The accusations just never stop. Now, look, I've done many subliminal message videos before, and in fact, I retired the series because I simply ran out of songs. Turns out the rap community has a whole bunch of their own. I didn't know. And I think it all started with the tragic death of...
Well, you ran out of songs, but my nickname was the Hidden Message Finder in music in high school. So,
yes,
whatever.
he'll bring you
known as XXX Tentacion, and ever since, people have been suggesting that he foreshadowed his own death in his songs. And I believe that this whole event sparked a whole new generation of subliminal message finders. That's the international yeah. So we're going to test a few today, particularly the ones involving XXX Tentacion. So why don't we start with X's song, Jocelyn Flores. And this song ends with this lyric right here. And some people have claimed that if you play that backwards, you hear this. A lot of people suggest that this was foreshadowing his death. I must go now. I admit it does kind of sound like he's saying that, but there's only one way to find out if he did. We're gonna give this the vocal test. I am going to sing the supposed subliminal message without any music so we can hear it nice and clearly to give it a proper test. And record. Must go now, must go now. So now I'm going to reverse that clip. Luckily, my program allows me to reverse clips easily. And now when we listen to this back, it should sound like I'm saying the original lyric. And if it doesn't, then we can safely assume that X didn't intentionally hide this message. Let's see if we get the original lyrics. Okay, what?
Fail.
I know some. I know some. I don't know.
And baby, I'll fake the rest.
All right, so why would X hide this message in his song if it doesn't even sound like it when you play it backwards? All right, I'm going to lighten up the mood with a kind of hilarious one that I found. This song is by the rapper known as Juice WRLD, or Juice WRLD. Yeah, you know what? Vowels. But anyways, this one is from Juice WRLD's song, Lucid Dreams. So these are the regular lyrics. You made my heart break. You made my heart. And apparently, if you play that backwards, you get this hilarious subliminal message. Okay, so a couple of questions. What the hell is a cowman? And second of all, why would Juice WRLD leave subliminal messages of said cowman?
Pause this one.
Move.
Real quick. So this one was one that so this one's
I love
really
the cowman.
No, listen. Just let me talk to you for a second. This one is really cool, dude. I want to show you guys something. So
pretty interesting stuff.
Where was it? Right here. Okay.
I mean, I'm learning stuff.
No,
that I
listen.
now I'm going to start reading the whole book now that he wrote. I'm going to look into it and look over what I know of music, because
I'm going to go back to that.
Let me tell you something really quick before I forget. I can listen to a song and just instantly remember all the words.
All right. Well, then let me ask you a question. Then,
Go ahead.
do you remember "Sweet Child of Mine," the video for Guns N' Roses that was on?
No, but I know the guitar. As soon as you said it, the guitar.
No, but I'm saying,
head.
do you remember on MTV they used to show a video, right? And like at the beginning, I think he's drinking a cup of water, or at the end,
I don't remember it. No.
And there's like a wedding, but then it's like a funeral.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
I never really
you know it,
remember
John.
that.
You know it. You
November
know it.
Rain.
I didn't watch
November
much TV
Rain
back in those days.
November Rain. Yeah. It is November Rain. So
I never really
so like these people made a video, right? But like they say it's a Mandela effect, but it's not a Mandela effect. They just called it that to get views on the video. But what it is all right. So the November Rain video, it never made sense to me.
Oh, I didn't like that album. Yeah.
Just listen. Let me explain it. So it didn't make sense to me because it starts off at like the wedding, and then it's like a funeral, and then he's like a demon at the end, and it's like, I don't know. So, and he's like taking pills, and he's taking, but like when you play it backwards, it's a completely different song, and friggin' it's like a resurrection. It's like a satanic resurrection. Let me show you. That's and now and then the video makes sense.
Everything.
Yeah, listen. I'm gonna play it. Just pay attention, close attention. Now this is the video played backwards. Play.
All my friends love a low rider.
All right, come on. So that is like, all right. So this is what I want to say. So
No,
hearing
that was
all,
bad, dude.
it was bad. So hearing all that stuff.
I'm very pissed at you for playing it. I'm angry with
See,
you
that's
for
what
playing it.
It's my show.
I didn't. Yeah, but you should have played 30 seconds of it.
No, I wanted
You don't
to
want
show
to play the whole thing.
story.
You forced everybody to watch a fucking evil thing. Thank you. That's great.
It's weaponized music.
It's evil. You don't need to show the whole thing.
Yeah,
I'm pissed.
we don't want to get
I'm quite
brainwashed
angry that you
either.
showed the whole thing.
Great point, though, mate.
You don't have to watch it. But I'm trying to make.
I didn't watch it or listen to it. I went out of
Good
the
for you.
screen and blocked it.
Is that supposed to hurt me or something?
No, I'm
No,
not. Why would I want to hurt you, brother?
All right.
I'm
It's like-
telling you my feelings. I was trying to get you to stop playing it.
All right. Well, what I'm trying to say is, the whole thing the whole song makes sense, but like Do you think that hearing that
No,
stuff?
I hate the first song, and I'm definitely not going to listen to it backwards.
Well, there's going to be a whole bunch of them.
I hate the
I got
original.
a whole bunch of them in a row. That's what the show's about.
No, it's not about backwards music.
What do you want to talk about?
It's not about backwards music. I don't know what
No,
you think.
no, I know that's what I was getting at, but you keep cutting me off, dude.
I never cut you
I'm
off.
not gonna yell to talk over.
I didn't cut you off ever.
Okay.
Ray, it's all about the programming.
So the point that I was trying to make, okay, is that hearing this stuff backwards, do you think that they could plant messages like that in your head that is really going to affect people? Like, do you think it's just them, like musicians being creative? You know, like, hey, we can make a song backwards and front, and it sounds a little weird because it's played backwards, you know, and people are like, oh, that's satanic. Is it really satanic, or is it just them being creative, them showing that we got skills, we can play backwards and frontwards? And if you were to do that with a song yourself, like me, if I did that and I put good messages backwards and front instead of like, because that was pretty ugly, some of those messages in that song. But if you put good messages back and front, is it going to brainwash people in a good way? Okay, that's what I wanted to say. Go ahead, guys. Sound off.
Well, yeah, but 30 seconds of it would have been enough, or a minute of it would have been enough. You didn't need to show the entire
No, because
thing
it's a
to
story.
get that point across.
The whole thing's a story.
No one wants to know the story in our group. No one needs to know that. If they want to, they can go look at it themselves.
It's not easy to find, dude.
You just say here, yeah, well, then good.
Okay. Well, anyway, moving on.
Right, moving on. Just don't show
Ronald
a whole
Reagan
another
warned
one,
us
please.
that freedom is never more than one generation away from
I
extinction.
don't have any really long ones like that anymore.
You think of them as just entertainers.
Especially
But
that
many
one.
of them
God, I hated it.
are part of
that
something
group
much more.
after that.
And they flash their
First
secret
album was
signs, not caring if us peasants know, or
Turn
the
it off.
insignificant ants to them. And sometimes their stories are a little bit deeper. Just take a look
Aladdin.
at Bowie talking about black noise.
What is black noise? Black noise? Yeah. Black
noise, man.
something-
Yo, I
This
remember.
is about the French.
Kids, I remember Black Noise. You remember him? You remember
Nice,
Black?
French.
You remember Black Noise, dude? You remember that dude? Remember him, man? You cut off, yeah. Yeah. He was so cool, man, back in the day. Black Noise, man.
Yeah.
Black noise is that everything
He used to drive an ice cream truck.
like a glass.
Yeah, but what about
Now
his,
go back so we can listen to
his
him.
ex-partner, White Noise?
That of the metabolism of the glass.
Please go now. Please
So
go back.
black noise is
I
the
want to
register
hear
within
him.
which you can
You go back?
crack
Yeah, it's about war, weaponizing music
No,
for
it's not
war.
about
What is
war.
black noise? Black noise. Yeah. Black noise is something that Burroughs got very interested in. It's well, no, it's the one facet of black noise is that everything, like a glass, if you phenophrine hits a particular note, the vibrations are that of the metabolism of the glass, and it cracks it. Yeah. So black noise is the register within which you can crack a city or.
Sean,
people.
are you affected by it?
It's a new controlled bomb. It's a noise bomb, in fact, which can destroy.
Is it a real thing? I mean, is it something that's actually somebody's experimenting with? Could it tie to,
Well, until last year, you could buy the patent for it in the French patent office for about
$4.
and it would wipe out it's concentrated.
Depends how much money you put into it. I mean, a small one could probably kill about half the people here, but a big one could destroy a city or even more. I mean,
it's a weird idea.
Don't look at it's not my idea.
No. Well, let's not give the instructions on
He laughed
how to do.
after he just said it could kill half the people there.
Ho 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 ho. So
But that's not what I would. I didn't even know that. I was
My
thinking
question,
more like
my question
mind
for
control.
bringing it around full circle. My question for Rasta Bear is: will this type of music open up a portal to the abyss? We need to get him on here to ask him.
I know. I have a question for him too. I got
Yeah,
so many
yeah,
questions. For
yeah,
him.
yeah. We're gonna interview Rasta Bear on portals to the abyss tonight, guys. Get ready. It's gonna get good. All right.
Okay, so we got that.
All right. 10 creepiest messages in hidden messages in songs. Let's hear them.
There's power in Satan.
I heard it.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10
You're not
creepiest
gonna like
hidden
it. I don't know
messages
if
in
you're gonna like it.
songs.
I didn't.
No, I won't. You're going the wrong direction that I didn't want to go. But you can
I didn't
go
no,
your
I didn't-
direction, baby.
What did you? What do you got? What else you got for me? You got something else?
Nothing.
Mark's
I
book.
do, but it's way the opposite. But I mean, this was one thing I was going to discuss, but I didn't want to keep on. Like, there's way more than this, right? I mean,
All right. What do you got? Go for
nothing.
it. I'll play. I'll get to this.
I've been putting
Ray,
up
let me
links.
play moderator.
Hmm?
Take a break for a minute. Let me be moderator.
What does that even mean? Moderator.
I don't know.
What the fuck?
What does it mean?
I don't know.
You gonna do that?
You got a
now?
wrench, don't you?
We don't need a moderator.
I'm trying to find something else.
I'm doing fine. I'm waiting for Singerman to throw something else at me. I have.
Play that.
All right.
You're gonna throw a
It
ribbon.
seems like mainstream
The Illuminati,
You're gonna throw a ribbon dart at
Satan.
you.
People have long claimed that pop culture is awash with sinister symbols and imagery. But is the music industry really being controlled by some kind of secret society? If it is, today's artists aren't even trying to hide it anymore.
There you go.
But sometimes very real and very disturbing accusations of criminal behavior are alleged to be hidden in some of your favorite songs. You might never listen to them in the same way again after hearing about these hidden subliminal messages in popular songs.
Nice.
Number 10, Taylor Swift. There's perhaps no pop singer in 2019 more self-contained than Taylor Swift. Demure, innocent, and seemingly self-marketed. This makes her both the perfect foil for Illuminati plots, according to her detractors, and the perfect antidote, according to her supporters.
Yep.
But things got weird in 2017 where she deleted everything from her social media and posted 3 cryptic videos of serpents. If you pause the video at a certain point, you can clearly make out a demon in the serpent's tail, which some claim proves that she worships the devil. It's a stretch, as most people accept it's part of her ongoing feud with Kim K, who called her a snake on social media, but it does look like a demon, that's for sure. A few days later, she posted a typographic video for her new track, Look What You Made Me Do, and it's also full of snakes and bizarre symbolism as well. Spiraling triangles recur throughout the video, supposedly being a reference to the Illuminati, the group of people conspiracy theorists think control the world. The official video for the track also mimicked these themes.
You hear that? The group, the Illuminati, the group that conspiracy theories think control. They do control the world, dude. We don't think it. We know it.
Which is why critics think it's hard to reconcile with her former country singer's wholesome reputation. But there are some who see Swift as a woke heroine, a former victim of mind control using New World Order symbolism not as a propaganda tool, but as a way of exposing their plot. Look What You Made Me Do is said to expose everything from Pizzagate to the forces that try to cover it up, which are apparently the lying liberal mainstream fake news machine, which is why the title of her album art appears in the same font as most newspapers. Number 9, The Eagles, Hotel California.
Here we go. Singer's favorite
The
song.
Eagles' 1976 breakthrough hit, Hotel California.
This is Singer's favorite song, dude.
Isn't just notable for being one of the most popular songs of the decade. It also has some of the most absurdly surreal lyrics of any top 40 hit ever. So surreal that their meaning has fueled thousands of late-night debates for over 40 years.
Stingeman, remember the hotel that in California that you and your family used to own that you wrote this song about?
But it's the hidden references that garner the most attention. In particular, backwards masking. Backwards masking is a technique where a message is deliberately recorded backwards during a song that is meant to be played forwards. Critics claim that backwards masking is a calculated attempt to insert hidden meanings into a song.
Yeah, okay, backwards masking. So they have a word for it now. What do you think, dude?
The producers, record company.
Yeah, but is it satanic or is it just a way of like making music like an art, like back and front, like both ways? Make it 2 different songs in one.
Little of everything.
But you don't have to put like satanic word like stuff in it, like they do. That's crazy, like what they had backwards.
No, you just.
I can't hear you, Stinge. I don't know what's going on. Yeah.
All you need is a few right words and the right flicker rate, and you can start programming them. And then they'll listen to the song once or twice a day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I couldn't hear Singe. So he's saying he's accusing me of torturing the audience now. Like what, dude? Some people just can't handle this type of music. He's getting triggered. That's the problem. He's getting triggered.
Well, yeah.
What?
He's
It's just music being played backwards.
As evidenced by a coded message contained in the backwards massive chorus that read, "Yeah, Satan. He organized his own religion."
All right. Here he is. All right. What's going on, Singe? What do you got? You got something? You got something for me?
Wrong button, right?
Well, what do you want me to look up? What direction?
I got something really good.
All right.
There's all kinds of things. I mean, yeah, of course, this is one topic I was going to cover, but I just wasn't going to. You like want to dig into it, like
no,
in
I'm
such
just
a manner where
I don't.
like
I'm
watching
just
TV
listen.
or
I'm just going with the videos that are popping up. Let's do it.
Well, there's one. Boom. I think that's a good one. I think.
All right. All right. Yeah, this one looks
It's great. Okay, so now I think we can get away with this.
Watching steak does to your gut. The carnivore diet. Why do people lose weight
Carnivore diet. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Real quick, because we're on Odyssey tonight, so either way, it'll stay up there.
She's
Follow us
great.
on Odyssey.
She's great. Watch.
God created this world with perfect mathematical equations, like the Fibonacci sequence, and using 432 hertz for pure tuning. So why, in 1953, was it changed to 440 hertz? Well, because the Nazis and the Rockefellers pushed for it. The same people that created discord in modern medicine. Mozart and Giuseppe Verdi used 432 hertz for tuning because they knew it created peace and harmony in their music. If you build your tuning off 432 hertz, all octaves result in a cross sum of 9. No other scale does this. And to knock it off 8 degrees to 440 creates disharmony and disease. Just like all the frequencies like Wi-Fi, your cell phone, radio waves do. They know what they're doing. They're creating discord on purpose. So now you know how modern music has been weaponized.
Cool.
Okay, so
that explains it.
So don't tune to 440.
I tune to 440.
I usually tune a little bit lower naturally. I noticed it doesn't sound. Whenever I go to it, I'm like, I retune it. I'm like, or a little bit deeper sounds. Let's go lower. So 440 is bad, huh? Well, I do know this though, that if in the king days of kings, right, 1600s, whatever, I'll find the exact date. If you were to play a disharmony chord, I forget the name of it. Here, I have my book right here. I'll find it. It's a chord. Let's go. Like an off chord. I forget the name of it. You could. No, kind of. It's like with a peak to it. I'll find the exact name. It's discordant or whatever. You could get your head chopped off. Basically, they would chop your head off if you're playing for the king and you played one of those. Yeah. You would lose your head.
Yeah,
that's what they say. Here, I'll find that. That's what they say, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, find something. You got anything else? I mean, I have a ton of things, but I'm trying to find just the right thing. So I want to hang on one.
I'm not sure what direction you want.
So we know that
it's your presentation. So go ahead. You want to? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I thought it was our presentation, but okay.
No, I'm saying about what direction you're trying to take it, man.
Well, no, you could. You're great, but that's the stuff you were showing seemed a little bit too much. Like it was actually showing the things that we didn't. I mean, it's okay to watch a little bit.
If we're trying to point it out to people,
I just didn't want to watch the whole.
It's
brainwashing
thing. I just like to be real, but show people real shit. Like this is what really look. It's real.
I know. That's why. That's why I didn't interrupt it or anything. I let you play the whole thing.
Yeah. So
I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna bitch at him after it's over, and I did. See.
So let's go. But
Let's
do.
I got something right
So
here.
all right, let's do the Wrecking Crew. Let's get into Tavistock, right? Want to go that way?
Wrecking Crew?
Wrecking Crew,
yeah.
All right, so Tavistock, right? So what is Tavistock, Singe? Let's see.
It's a syndrome. No, it's not. The syndrome was named after that. I don't really.
Tavistock Group.
I thought we were talking about the.
I know.
26, the 23 Club. No,
Yeah, that it's Tavistock. We got to start with Tavistock. This is Tavistock.
Okay.
Tavistock, the group, right? So their global investment is principally focused on real estate, agriculture, financial. So it's like an umbrella corporation.
So that was where they lived.
No, it's the Tavistock Group. Okay.
Why was it called Tavistock then? Because that's the place.
No, I don't know. It's just the name of this group.
Because the Carmichael Group,
England, so they probably lived
in
Tavistock. Oh, Tavistock is also in England, I guess. Middle Ages, the area around Tavistock, where the River Tavi. Well, anyway, that's something different.
Well, no,
but the group, but the
Tavistock, where they lived, apparently.
No, maybe the Tavistock Group. I don't know. You want me to ask why is it called? Why?
Yeah.
Is the Tavistock Group called? See what it comes up with. Do some research on this. Okay. The Tavistock Group is the developer. Here it is.
That's where they live.
Is a Bahamas-based private investment organization founded in 1975. The company is 1975. That's when it started, allegedly. The company is headquartered in the offshore financial center. No, it was definitely before.
So he was philanthropist. That's bad news.
Anyway, they basically control all sports and media, all finance, all restaurants, all master plan communities. They control all resort properties. They control like life sciences, oil, gas, and energy, American renewables, like consumer goods, distribution, agriculture, vulture funds. Like they own everything, right? So they had this group called the Wrecking Crew. Okay.
Oh, I got something. Yeah, Tavistock.
Yeah. I know where I'm going with this.
Now I see.
So they had this group called the Wrecking Crew right here. So the Wrecking Crew. You see this?
They made all the music of the 60s.
Yeah.
And 70s.
Yeah. The Wrecking Crew was a loose collective of American session musicians. No, they were musicians put in by Tavistock. These guys were
Tavistock
like
Institute.
They were like
not group.
musical whiz. Tavistock
Institute. It's not group. Tavistock
Institute.
Institute.
All right. Let's bring it up.
The group is different.
Tavistock Institute. The Tavistock Institute. Okay, let's see what they were. Basically the same thing though. Tavistock Institute is probably the same.
Maybe you're right. It's the same thing. Anyway.
The Tavistock.
That's what I remember. That's why I was confused.
Here you go. Human relations might be one topic. University tech. It's the same fucking thing. Whatever.
Is it? Okay. Well, I'm just used
I
to
don't know. Either way, there was something called Tavistock. They fucking ran the music, and then that brings me to where I just was, where I just lost where I was now.
Sorry. Well, you got it. I mean, it's... that girl was great. I love her. She just, but bam, bam, it's like this. What you say? 8 octaves off?
What's up?
8 octaves.
You know who else controls most of the businesses in America and the world is a company called BlackRock.
Yeah.
They were talking about that last night on Burnt Corporate Fiction.
Oh yeah.
Black Rock, Smack Rock, the Wrecking Crew, loose collective of the session musicians, based on who's. Yeah.
They own Pepsi and Coke.
I know, and they were For the document, it's a whole other topic for a whole other night. For the documentary film about these musicians, see the Wrecking Crew. So there was actually a documentary. So the Wrecking Crew was a loose collective of American session musicians based in Los Angeles, LA. Singeman was in it, whose services were employed for a great number of studio recordings in the 60s and 70s. included in hundreds of top 40 hits. So the musicians were not publicly recognized at the time, but were viewed with reverence by industry insiders. These guys are like musical wizards, right?
You know who they were?
What?
Like Glenn Campbell, Leon Russell, for just a start.
Uh-huh.
Those people all came from that session studio, the Wrecking Crew.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, like, they wrote all the music for everybody. Once you sign a record deal, you no longer write your own music. They wrote everything, all the hit songs, and basically they called them the Wrecking Crew because they wrecked music altogether. Like, they completely destroyed music because then artists were not being original anymore. There was no original messages. Everything was just controlled. And that's when it got dangerous, because then they could control music, put secret satanic messages in there. And now we have Rasta Bear, and we will go to the second part of our show. Moving along. We did great, though. We did great. You know what? We did great. We got through it. It was tough. It was rough on Singe, man.
There's one more.
Oh,
play this, guys. It's 45. No, 1 minute or something.
All right, and then we'll interview Rasta Bear.
Because it's interesting. He's like, check it out.
A trendy new weight loss method has been getting a
And
lot
also, you could lose weight by eating meat.
coffee trick.
I guess.
Smoking is one of the dangerous addictions in the world. And while you lie to yourself that you'll be able...
The standard tuning that everybody uses for music is 440 hertz.
Mhm.
I don't use that.
Mhm.
I use 432 hertz because it feels better to me. But if you type that in on Google and you go to some of these fact check websites, they're going to tell you that there's absolutely no difference. I'm going to play my song at 440 and then 432, and you let me know if you can feel the difference.
Staring at my roommate, gray lights. Staring at my roommate, gray lights.
Yeah, you think so? Well, speaking of it, I got a 432 hertz version out of one of my songs. Like, I don't know about 32. I was doing 432 hertzes in high school. Let me see.
Earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, now what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, now tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? I thought you knew about it, would you rather do without it? The earth's a center, the sun and moon moves around it like a clock. Can you hit a moving target with a rocket? I'm not hard to get along with, just take a bong hit. Do you serve up any content? The stars are constant. You want a consolation for it? It makes me vomit. We never do get hit by comets. I know you want it, just leave another use of comet. NASA lost it. The earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? Earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, what you do about it? The earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, now tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. You know it's flat, and there is a bunch of us. Though he's munching on a bunch of snuffle up because you think it's cute, then why not cuddle up with us? We know it's flat, why you making such a fuss? My supper was the fucking best, that's just because the earth is flat. It hit me like an uppercut to the nuts. The earth is flat, and there's nothing you can do. The earth is flat, and there's nothing you can do. There's a Russian with the crew, don't forget to brush after your food. Asteroids, and asteroids too. The earth is flat, and there's nothing you can do. The earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. The earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. The earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. The earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. The earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. What you gonna do about it? The earth is flat.
What you gonna do?
The earth is flat. It's fucking flat. The earth is fucking flat. The earth is fucking flat. The earth is fucking flat. So when I'm done, they just like keep spinning. It's called a spinner. That's what they call them. That's the street term for when your live stream won't stop. It's called a spinner. Okay, we got Rasta Bear finally. Rasta, how you doing?
Winning.
Praise Jah, you made it. It's still daytime where you are?
I don't know that I'm in. Yeah.
Your microphone, you're muffled. I can barely hear you.
Antarctica, no matter what you say, I think it's a joke. And,
Oh yeah, the final experiment. Listen,
hold on just a second. Wait.
I can't understand you. I can't understand you. No bueno. No bueno. Now I can. Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah,
I have
excellent.
Bluetooth on my truck.
It's a little crackly. Crackly.
Well, I'm driving right now. I'll be home in a minute.
All right.
But
hey,
yeah, it's how y'all doing tonight?
We're doing all right. We were listening. You're too echoey. I have to mute you. So you have to come back when you get home. Just come back in when you get home. It's bad.
Well, I've got one more errand to run, so it might be another like 20
Wait. Nah. Every time. Do you have headphones?
I do. I gotta find them though. But
That's my help. On this with the
You
drive.
need an Nancy.
It's really bad. It's like squelching.
Rasta, you need to hire a Nancy.
All right.
I want to interview on the Portals to the Abyss. I have some good questions.
I'll be on shortly. Probably, like I say, I've got another errand to run real quick, so it'll probably be like half an hour still.
All right. May the glory of Jah get you to what you need to do.
I will. Oh, there's a Cybertruck.
What's that?
A Cybertruck? You know, the Elon Mobile? The Elon Musk vehicle? The Cybertruck?
I've never seen it in my life. Yeah,
there's one in the wild up here if I can catch it. It looks like it's a white one. I've never seen a white one.
That sucks when you're driving. The sound quality is so.
I'm about to look next to it here. Hold on, you'll be able to see it. Hold on just a second. Let me flip it around here. There it is. It's a white no, it's not white, but look. Cybertruck in the wild.
Wow.
Look at that. It was a real Cybertruck in the wild.
That's the one we saw yesterday.
Yeah, when you stop driving, now you're clear.
Yeah, well, when I park, I gotta drive, and then I'll park and jump back on because I've got lots to talk about.
Yeah, like. Let me ask you one question. Do you think that listening to music backwards can open a portal to the abyss?
Yes, I believe there's multiple ways to open up the portals to the abyss, but that's definitely one of them.
All right. I have more questions for you. All right. I can't wait till you come back.
I've got plenty of answers because I've been diving down these topics for a minute.
Nice.
And so yeah, we're gonna get deep into it tonight.
Since man didn't like the music backwards, he can't do it. He can't stomach it.
Like if you do Stairway to Heaven backwards.
Yeah.
It's very fascinating. It's like a gateway.
So it doesn't bother you? You'll listen to music backwards with me? It doesn't bother you?
No, I don't care because we're guarded by the of the
for the full
Most High.
armor of God. That's what I feel too. But
that's how I can listen to things like Eminem and stuff and actually appreciate it.
There's hidden messages in Eminem.
Because he's very satanic and demonic.
He's bad for the kids.
He is. He's a bad influence. He was been a bad influence on my son.
Yeah,
And,
me too. He was a bad influence on me.
Yeah, me too. It was the whole, me being very sinful and wanting to live that lifestyle.
Yeah, like that. The just don't give a fuck lifestyle. Oh, we lost him. Well, he froze. You're frozen. All right. See if he comes back. We'll leave him up there. See if he comes back. No, he's gone.
I just saw Rainbow a minute ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a real nice one. It's been a minute since I've
Man, your sound sucks.
Well, I'm gonna cook onto the computer here in a few minutes.
All right.
But right now, you're just gonna have to deal with it. So, yeah. I just got done. I was out doing some Instacart work of art. All right, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Nice.
Okay. I'll be back in a few minutes. I was just telling my daughter.
I can't hear you, Singe.
Huh?
Singe is muted again. With your sound. I know he's trying to talk. I can see his mouth.
Am I?
Now you are. Now I can hear you.
This thing.
Well, it keeps doing that.
I need a new mic. Maybe I need a new mic. Wow, is that Rasta Bear right there?
Yeah, I'm gonna mute him. Yeah, it's squelching. I'm gonna mute him.
Here, I'm gonna control everybody's mind with. There.
What is that? Is that you just playing a few notes on the thing? What does that have to do with anything?
It's music, and I just controlled your mind. You don't even know what I just put into you.
How did you control my mind with that? Explain it.
Inside there, you're actually a mathematical genius. Check it out. Try it out. Go ahead. Try it out right now.
Shit.
Did it work? Did it work?
I don't know. I doubt it. So
I was expecting around what it sounds like. Pretty cool, huh? I was like, that's a weird one. I actually molded it into that.
All right. I think Rasta Bear is going to be right back.
True kings, it gets lonely at the top. You know I don't believe in the globe no more. I don't keep track, I just know the score. I don't talk trash till I'm sure. I write these raps when I'm totally bored. I'm the guy everyone tries to ignore. Style so fresh you try and buy at the store. We can bring them boats back from high on the shore. My flow's so hot that I'm frying the board. So much money you try to afford. Debunking the globe is a sport. I'm blasphemous. Rapping, I'm a naturalist. Scratch at this, pass that piff, light a spliff. I don't care how high we is, I'm writing this. Rhyming fast as lightning is, I'm a titan. I will bash you with my giant fist. I'm rapping natural, I will pop you like an aspirin capsule. Blast right past you, everybody's laughing at you. As I sit and bitch, press the test of time. None of y'all cowards can touch my rhymes. You can't scuff my shine. You motherfuckers don't know I am loco. Say I won't go to your house for show. Knocking down the dough, stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. Since the solar eclipse hit, is making predictions. You pass him that shit, kid, he's taking like 6 hits. I just seen you pull that mask down to take a sip of your drink. Breathing backwards is like trying to take a shit in the sink. What are the kids gonna think? Growing up in a world where individuality isn't a thing. No, I don't believe in the globe no more. I don't keep track, I just know the score. I write these raps when I'm totally bored. I'm the guy everybody tries to ignore. My style's so fresh you try and buy at the store. We can bring the boats back from high in the shore. I'm worth so much money you can try to afford. Debunking the globe is a sport.
So, yeah, like we're at the point where like we covered so many different topics, but like we're getting bored, you know. So we just kind of like we cover like weird stuff. So like we have this thing here on the show where we kind of like take two topics that have nothing to do with each other and put them together. It's great. It's great. And then like we always find connections. Like, so I don't know. I did have something else that I wanted to see, but well, we'll have to play it again. Do you ever have one of those days? You know, one of those days when you just don't even want to get out of bed that day. So you just lay in bed. One of those days where you just don't even want to wake up. You don't want to get up. You don't want to do a damn thing. Sometimes I just want to close my eyes and fade away. I wish I was a kid again. Sometimes I talk with the old Ray that died away. I just want to live again. Sometimes I just lay in bed all day and sleep my life away. I hope God is listening. Sometimes I just turn everything off and isolate. I just ain't fitting in. I wish there was a way to test if the sun were 93 million miles away. Just ain't believing it. Oh, I wanna go back to sleep again and close my eyes, and close my eyes.
I'll give a damn about your programming, man. You don't know me from a ham sandwich. 9/11, yeah, we know the man planned it. I studied Earth, and the Earth ain't a damn planet. Austin, tough to do a dab with no dab stick. But yabba dabba do, Ray, your rhymes are mad sick. My lighter ran out, hand me the matchstick. And you'll never ever see a rock flow like mad rhymes of venom. Attack 'em with the pen and end. There's no pretending. You my friend till the end. Truth is, you wanna know what the truth brings? Me, these raps in accordance with my mood swings. So stay stuck in the past, cause I'm moving on to new things.
Sometimes I just wanna close my eyes and fade away. I wish I was a kid again. Sometimes I talk with the old Ray that died away. I just wanna live again. Sometimes I lay in bed all day and sleep my life away. I hope God is listening. Sometimes I just turn everything off and isolate. I just ain't fitting in. I wish there were a way to test if the sun were 93 million miles away. Just ain't believing it. Oh, I wanna go back to sleep again and close my eyes, and close my eyes.
So people always say to me, no, let me go. So people always say to me, Boston Ray, why do you do it? Why do you keep just dropping tracks? Why are you rapping again all of a sudden? I thought you were a retired Boston rapper. Why are you coming back and just rapping again all of a sudden? Like, wait, I just seen it again. So then I say, it's just a cool song, Joe. No biggie. I got 12 more, and then I'm going to drop the mic once and for all, right? just drop the mic. I'm gonna want you after. I'm gonna release the masterpiece of my music. I'm gonna release one more rap album that's gonna be so good it's gonna blow people's balls off. But then I'm gonna drop the mic once and for all, and you'll never hear me rap again
until they beg him, and then he'll come back for a final tour, and then he'll never do it again after that for like 2 years. And then he'll come back again for a final.
You guys are gonna be begging me to come back.
And after that, he won't do it for like 3 more years. And then again, he'll come back.
Amantia. When did they build it? Located upon a hill 600 meters above the Adriatic Sea in Albania, Amantia and its port Oricum are mentioned for the first time by Pseudo-Scylax in 330 BC. Yet there are specific features of this fascinating fortress, which is indicative of a now lost civilization. Polygonal masonry, advanced megalithic archways, among other ancient anomalies, litter the site, just like that of Delphi, located within Greece. Recognized as Greeks by the Theroradokai of Delphi, the inhabitants were allowed to take part in the Delphic competitions. The true builders of the original site, however, remains unknown. The massive, once impenetrable walls were built before the end of the 4th century BC, and literary sources report them as an Illyrian rather than Epirote or Macedonian foundation. However, any explanation as to how these ruins were constructed remains absent. Several monuments at the site still survive to this day. The fortified polygonal walls measured at over 2 kilometers long, a gated entrance, a temple now attributed to the Greek god Aphrodite, and several tombs in the northeastern necropolis. Additionally, like many other areas claimed as the work of the Greek Empire, an impressive stadium also still remains, built east of the ancient city on a natural terrace.
Dude, I want to play there, right on the water, but fucking set up some instruments, or I don't know.
Clearly indicative of a tremendous age. Any unexplained architecture attached to the stadium, however, has now been lost. But the site of Delphi, the focus of later inhabitants' devotion, still possesses a polygonal floor. One of the reasons for the construction of the site, and indeed what we believe was a later re-inhabitation of its geographically strategic position. Amantia occupied an important defensive position above the Alus River Valley to the east and overlooked an ancient route to the coast and Bay of Alan. Although, like many other sites in the area, they are claimed as Grecian relics, any explanation as to how these feats were achieved remains unexplained.
What?
Thus,
Wait
we
for it.
feel any continued attribution to a known ancestor
This goes along with the music. Watch.
can be argued as inaccurate. It is a site which we find highly compelling.
Watch the music.
Follow the bouncing ball.
The only thing real in this video is the new Mr. Beast box at Zaxby's. This restaurant, it's
sponsored by Zaxby's.
Many ancient sites which we have already covered here on our channel, that regardless of the unexplained features we continue to expose, are little researched or indeed revisited by mainstream academia. These sites are predictably given an illogical explanation for their origin and creation, dismissed and ignored, as if the book regarding their history is complete and thus closed from further study. However, there exist some sites that required such a long time excavation that many researchers, some funded, others with independent interests, were able to reveal simply astonishing features, ancient feats of engineering, before they were attributed to groups who were simply incapable of achieving them. The Hypogeum in Malta is one such place, a place we have covered before, that regardless of the academic denial of unexplained discoveries, continues to be well known for the 6,000 ancient burials found within the ruins, with no less than 6 elongated, unexplainable skulls, possibly attached to corpses discovered amongst them. These reported remains later vanished and are now utterly denied as having ever existed. Yet so many researchers became aware of these discoveries, later sharing this cover-up with the world. the official museum and curator tasked with the responsibility of caring for the site and the countless remains found within, is still, to this day, inundated year by year with requests and calls regarding these unexplainable remains. So many, in fact, that the official body was compelled to put up an official statement regarding the lack of any such remains in their care, along with a denial of them ever having existed. However, there are many more anomalies, no less astonishing, still hidden within the hypogeum. Anomalies which are no less difficult to explain, or indeed deny as existing. Known as the Oracle Room, there is a place within this complex construction, which, if one stands upon a specifically made altar, their voice can mysteriously be heard throughout, even at speaking level, as if amplified and complemented by the structure's entire design. Yet the most interesting thing regarding this incredible feature is the resonance in which it converts one's voice to and the effect this can have on the human brain. Known as the holy frequency, the hypogeum not only carries one's voice throughout, but does so at 111 Hz. Paul Devereaux, an archaeoacoustician, a professor from Cambridge University in the UK, has also discovered that the burial mounds of cairns also resonated sounds at this mysterious 111 Hz. Devereaux investigated this intriguing relation of 111 Hz and found out something quite interesting. He realized there were many ancient texts describing beliefs which are based on a divine sound or divine frequency principle. According to Devereaux, Pythagoras created his musical scale starting with the note A, which curiously resonates at the frequency of 111 Hz. Additionally, further research with MRI scans has shown that the brain switches off the prefrontal cortex and also deactivates the language center that is responsible for holistic processing, creativity, intuition, and inducing an emotional plateau at exactly 111 Hz. This reaction, many field tests revealed, resulted in an experience described as a divine level of meditation in a number of subjects. This trance, some now believe, allows one to get connected with the universe, God, or a creator. The question is, who knew such advanced knowledge so far back within antiquity? How were they able to create such stone structures which amplified one's voice to exactly this frequency? It seems preposterous to continue to attest that this amazing structure was somehow built by our lesser capable modern ancestors over 3,500 years ago. With such amazing discoveries and cover-ups which have been made here, we feel that we have merely scratched the surface in modern times of the secrets this mysterious place must hold.
Indeed.
It is a place which is undoubtedly highly compelling.
By the way, if you'd like to support me and Singeman, we'll split it. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Send it to me or him. His Cash App, please. Thanks.
Thank you. This is awesome.
Yeah, what's up?
Great direction you went with this. Excellent.
Yeah. This is good, right? This is good stuff.
See, I will bitch at you and I will compliment you. Thank you. Isn't it great? I'm so emotional in one stream. I'm like, rah!
I called
Yay!
you. I called you and said Happy Father's Day. I mean, is that good enough?
Yes, son. I am an old man. How many kids I got out there? Happy birthday to you.
And let me just tell you something. The man is never too old to have kids. It's the female that has to worry about
it's true. It's true. Well, for some it is, but for
yeah,
it's true. But for some it is. But for me, I'm fully operational. Just to let you know. And
yeah, Singeman
all you hot flat Earth chicks out there.
Singeman still wants to have babies.
Hey, all you hot flat Earth chicks out there, all you hot shooter chicks.
Yeah, he needs a.
It's only 3 times I said it on the show.
I don't think. Listen, that might be your problem. I don't think women like to be called hot truther chicks. They don't like to be called
hot
chicks.
truther chicks.
They don't.
Hot
They
truther
might.
women.
They might. I don't know.
Shoot their
I
Well,
wouldn't.
every
I
girl
wouldn't
wants
go
to be
with that with
known as hot.
my first try.
Hot. How about
My, what's up, Craig B? How you doing, man? You don't have a rent?
Every time you feed your pet Hills,
That's
you
my
help feed
cat.
a shelter pet.
They have a picture of my cat. That's great. Good job. I love cats. There's so many of them. It's unbelievable. They're so great. Oh, Rewired was my nickname. Here we go. Oh, you're on a different channel? You must be on the backup channel, Greg B. Man's channel. I'll see you in my... Oh, let me see. Hold on. Come over to Boston
I can do
Red
background music. Here's my background music.
Pattern. So, okay.
See, I should hook a Samash machine to this.
No. Let me elaborate how this works.
Yes. I should.
Let me
Tell
elaborate.
me no, I shouldn't when I should.
What are you doing?
That's just funny when I say something. You're all no.
I was trying to talk. Let me elaborate. So
you were saying. Play it
let
back.
me talk.
You'll see.
Just let me talk.
Play it back. You'll see.
Okay. Let me elaborate. It's a lag, dude. That's what it is. It's the lag. So, boom. So our bodies are like 80% water, right? Everything's made up of water. The earth, the air is even the humidity. Everything is just a gas. It's a different type of water, right? Everything's pretty much water, right? So, like when you put these frequencies through water, the water takes these type of shapes. So when they hit us with like musical frequencies like that, the water in our bodies changes shape, and they could do different things to us.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
I would like to get a cymatic machine, then hook it up to this keyboard. Is what I was saying.
Mantra. Sidran does the mantra sometimes. Also, I'm gonna go as far as to say, like, all right, you see these shapes right here? It almost looks like star forts, right? It almost looks like the landscape. Like, I'll do a side by side. Let me see.
Oh yeah, I saw that right away.
Yeah. Right. So, like, people are, oh, how did they shape the landscape? Whoa. Look.
How about this one on a cymatic machine? See, I want to hook up a little cymatic. Get a little mini one for.
You see the shapes? You see the shapes?
Like
Very
$600
similar. So maybe they had some type of, sound tool to shape the landscape.
I'm gonna have to make one, I think. I have all the stuff. I know it. Just have to watch some videos.
Oh, I got something about the Urbano Monte map. I'll bring it up for you, Craig. Hello. Are you gonna join me tonight?
Okay, I can do better background music for this if you want me to, right here.
Hold on.
Just
What
turn
is
the
it?
music off. I'll do
Yeah,
better.
yeah. Good call. I thought it was gonna start talking.
Like that.
Yeah, I'm looking for something. I know what I'm
You
looking
do
for
better.
now. But yeah, you get the idea.
I was like, wait, I can do that.
Yeah.
See, I can make irritating, spooky music too.
Yeah, here it is. Well, there's one of them, but was that it? Yeah, that was just it. No, that wasn't it. But that one's pretty good too.
I'll change it. Change it up to a pad with a vintage.
In case.
It didn't change. Change to a pad.
Yeah.
Called Bad Reception.
So I wanted to show something to him. Hold on. I'm gonna get it. You know, real quick, while we're waiting. Oh, this is still playing. All right, we'll let this go. It's almost over. Look, see, there's the water. Look, it's changing the water right there. Just like I said. You see what I'm saying? Just like I said.
It'll go into a crowd.
That's intense, dude. Oh, look at that one.
It's intense, but it doesn't sound too good from my end, dude. I can't hear
It'll
it.
do a Jewish star.
No, I'm not saying my music. I'm saying
Oh.
we're looking at what we're looking at.
Oh no, I want your music to come out good. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, it needs to be louder. I was just looking at that's intense. Wow. My music is not loud. Yeah, I have it hooked up. I don't have it hooked up to my speaker. It's coming out of the computer speaker, but I don't want to wake up everybody.
I have no idea what you're doing.
Loud.
I don't know what you're doing, dude. You should hook it up into the system somehow.
You just turn it up higher and higher. He's going through the hurt. It's getting a little ugly right now.
Let's see if I can turn it up more on the actual. That is crazy. Look at that. It was so cool. I've seen it before, but I forgot about that one.
Oh, I can't find it, I guess. It'll pop up later when I'm not looking for it. Well, anyway, so we're going to get into portals. Rasta Bear's about to come on. I know he is. So, it's showing it. Hold on, it's not over yet. All right, we'll go back.
Crank these up here.
I want to get the whole video. All right. So, yeah. So that's what would happen to your body, people. Like.
Oh, yeah. Good point. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. When different types of, you see what I'm saying? Your body's like 80% water. So, but Rasta Bear's coming on.
Or they say that, but if I cut my arm off, I'm not going to be able to get a glass of water out of it. So.
You mind know what ties in is this? Listen, if you would have watched during the corporate fiction last night, they did a thing on Pepsi where this girl takes this little bit of Pepsi, puts it on a slide, and within minutes it starts forming. Little particles start forming a chain and making.
All right. Well, I want to.
What? I don't finish his point of view. What was you saying?
All right. Yeah, go and you look for it, Singe. Look for what he's talking about. Then bring it up. I like to bring it up.
It makes a chain.
Yeah, bring it. Yeah, give us the link.
Oh, it might be hard to find, but I can find it.
Wait, you said it was on the show last night.
Just explain it for more. I'll look it up as you explain it.
Right. Anyhow, like I said, they got some type of particle. It's, I don't know what it's made out of, plastic or something. It's in the Pepsi, and when you take it out, once you release it out of the can, it starts. They start working together. They're like tiny robots or something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't know the full purpose. This lady just found the stuff. But if you want to think about it for a second, it's probably whatever these things are controlled by frequency. And
So
the people that
nanoparticles,
are
you're saying?
yes. And she did it. She showed two different frames. She did first one that wasn't live, and then she did a live one. And I'm never drinking Coke or Pepsi or any other soft drink again, even if it's Mexican Coke made out of pure cane sugar.
Right. I don't drink it for many years now. I stopped using fluoride. I stopped that. I stopped all processed foods, almost all processed foods, unless you count bread and some candy here and there.
Yeah, well,
99%
weekend
all processed foods. Once in a while,
I
I
went
slip
to
and have meat, but it's usually good meat. But
well, you need a little bit of meat for your brain.
they
I was at a
say
wedding
some
reception
people
last
don't.
week,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't drink Mexican wet baby showers. I love going to a Mexican baby shower because there's plenty of beer, but I don't drink anymore. So
Good call.
I
Good call.
powered down three. I had 3 cans of Coke. I was feeling so good, and then I had the fucking worst headache about an hour later. But
So I can't find anything on it. It's going to be hard to find, like you say. So I'll have to get more information on that so we can see it.
oh no,
Well, can
the
I
guy
I'll
that,
find it? And
let me know when you're ready for me to go in the direction I want to go in.
all right,
Where's
ready.
the
I was
boy?
just
Where's
letting
our
you guys
band?
talk. No, I'm ready. Check it. So, all right.
Where's
So
Roster Bear?
we're getting into portals. We're getting into portals. Okay.
Okay, let's start with
So, no, I
pine
got it.
cone
I
and
got
the
it,
pineal
dude.
gland.
Relax.
So
I
the
got it.
portal in
All right, go ahead.
us. Oh, you have some where's that start?
Yeah, I have it. I'm
The third
trying
eye.
to talk. I'm trying to talk, dude. All right. So,
Well,
Enoch.
he didn't
the
finish
book,
his
the,
point. So
the book of Enoch, the course of the heavenly luminaries, portals
Yeah.
of the earth, perpetual calendar. So this is like where I would say portals pop up first, right? Because this is the book of Enoch, the Dead Sea Scrolls, bada bing.
The book of the courses of the
Thank
heaven,
you.
the relations of each, according to their
Be more
classes,
patient.
their dominion, and their seasons, according to their names and places of origin, and according to their months, which Uriel, the holy angel, who is with me, who is their guide, showed me. And he showed me all their laws exactly as they are, and how it is with regard to all the years of the world, and unto eternity, till the new creation is accomplished, which dureth till eternity. And this is the first law of the luminaries. The luminary, the sun, has its rising in the eastern portals of the heaven, and its setting in the western portals of the heaven. And I saw
The sun rises and sets in portals. Look, 6 portals in each annual cycle. Look at that.
6 portals in which the sun rises, and 6 portals in which the sun sets and the moon rises and sets in these portals. And the leaders of the stars and those whom they lead, 6 in the east and 6 in the west, and all following each other in accurately corresponding order. Also many windows to the right and left of these portals. And first there goes forth the great luminary named the sun, and his circumference is like the circumference of the heaven, and he is quite filled with illuminating and heating fire. The chariot on which he ascends, the wind drives, and the sun goes down from the heaven and returns through the north in order to reach the east, and is so guided that he comes to the appropriate portal and shines in the face of the heaven. In this way he rises in the first month in the great portal, which is the 4th, those 6 portals in the east. And in that 4th portal from which the sun rises in the first month are 12 window openings, from which proceed a flame when they are opened in their season.
See? So this is like all in the book of Enoch.
When the sun rises in the heaven, he comes forth through that 4th portal 30 mornings in succession.
Portals galore. The Enoch 1, course of the heavenly luminaries. They took this out of the Bible. Didn't get canonized, but it's supposed to be in the Bible.
Sounds like time travel to me.
In the 4th
time travel? Yeah.
It looks like it with this. It looks
so
like it feels like it.
Time travel, huh? So that's a trip. So you think the sun and the moon and the stars come from a different time and place when they show up?
Like maybe the same as the UFOs that I saw enter into our atmosphere through the 3 orbs of Orion's belt. Normally, I have to type that in chat. It's so much easier to say it with your voice than to type it.
I can dig it.
I've typed that like so many times. I saw 3 white orbs enter
portal
into
in the
our
west of the heaven.
Atmosphere through the 3 stars of Orion's belt, as if I am in a shoebox and there's stars are pinholes, and the UFO come through a pinhole. Not kidding you, dude. It changed my entire world point of view. 2012. Saw
Thank
UFOs. You. Wow. I mean,
You know what? One time I'm gonna do a whole show about interviewing you about how your world point of view changed.
You should.
In
And also,
2012.
I've talked to other people. They say I
2012 was the year.
I talked to a lot of UFO people. They say I'm pretty blessed to see that, actually, because it's like a really rare thing.
Nice. So tomorrow night it's a date. All right, let's go.
No.
And during this period, the day becomes longer, and the nightly shorter to the 30th morning. On that day, the sun is longer than the night by a 9th part, and the day amounts exactly to 10 parts, and the night to 8 parts. And the sun rises from that 4th portal, and sets in the 4th, and returns to the 5th portal of the east 30 mornings, and rises from it, and sets in the 5th portal. And then the day becomes longer by 2 parts and amounts to 11 parts. And the night becomes shorter and amounts to 7 parts. And it returns to the east and enters into the 6th portal, and rises and sets in the 6th portal, 1 in 30 mornings on account of its sign. On that day, the day becomes longer than the night, and the day becomes double the night, and the day becomes 12 parts. And the night is shortened and becomes 6 parts. And the sun mounts up to make the day shorter and the night longer.
The mounts up.
And the sun returns to the east and enters into the 6th portal, and rises from it and sets 30 mornings.
No despair bears in the house.
You get that? It mounts up inside the bowl of the dome, so it must go up and over. I guess that's what they're trying to say. It goes up against the bowl as it comes around.
It's that it ramps up.
Mounts up. Mounts up.
Right.
Okay.
30 mornings are accomplished, the day decreases by exactly 1 part, and becomes 11 parts, and the night 7. And the sun goes forth from that 6th portal in the west, and goes to the east, and rises in the 5th portal for 30 mornings, and sets in the west again in the 5th western portal. On that day the day decreases by 2 parts, and amounts to 10 parts, and the night to 8 parts. And the sun goes forth from that 5th portal, and sets in the 5th portal of the west, and rises in the 4th portal for 1 in 30 mornings, on account of its sign, and sets in the west. On that day the day is equalized with the night, and becomes of equal length, and the night amounts to 9 parts, and the day to 9 parts. And the sun rises from that portal and sets in the west, and returns to the east, and rises 30 mornings in the 3rd portal, and sets in the west in the 3rd portal. And on that day the night becomes longer than the day, and night becomes longer than night, and day shorter than day till the 30th morning, and the night amounts to exactly 10 parts, and the day to 8 parts. And the sun rises from the 3rd portal, and sets in the 3rd portal in the west, and returns to the east, and for 30 mornings rises in the 2nd portal in the east, and in like manner sets in the 2nd portal in the west of the heaven. And on that day the night amounts to 11 parts, and the day to 7 parts. And the sun rises on that day from that 2nd portal, and sets in the west in the 2nd portal, and returns to the east in the 1st portal for 1 in 30 mornings, and sets in the 1st portal in the west of the heaven. And on that day the night becomes longer and amounts to the double of the day, and the night amounts exactly to 12 parts, and the day to 6. And the sun has therewith traversed the divisions of his orbit, and turns again on those divisions of his orbit, and enters that portal 30 mornings and sets also in the west opposite to it. And on that night has the night decreased in length by a 9th part, and the night has become 11 parts, and the day 7 parts. And the sun has returned and entered into the second portal in the east, and returns on those divisions of his orbit for 30 mornings, rising and setting. And on that day the night decreases in length, and the night amounts to 10 parts, and the day to 8. And on that day the sun rises from that portal, and sets in the west, and returns to the east, and rises in the third portal for 31 mornings, and sets in the west of the heaven. On that day the night decreases and amounts to 9 parts, and the day to 9 parts, and the night is equal to the day, and the year is exactly as to its days 364. And the length of the day and of the night, and the shortness of the day and of the night arise. Through the course of the sun these distinctions are made. So it comes that its course becomes daily longer, and its course nightly shorter. And this is the law and the course of the sun. And his return as often as he returns 60 times and rises, the great luminary which is named the sun forever and ever. And that which thus rises is the great luminary.
It says this is the law, and the course of the sun. When something's a law, it's like permanent.
And is so named according to its appearance, according as the Lord commanded. As he rises, so he sets, and decreases not, and rests not, but runs day and night. And his light is 7-fold brighter than that of the moon. But as regards size, they are both equal.
Feast, 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 feast. The Mr. Beast box, only at Zaxby's.
It's so easy to get your windshield replaced using SafeLight. Tell the people why you haven't done it already, my man. It started off as a chip and grew into a crack, and it just keeps going. So what do we do now? I went ahead and scheduled an appointment online at safelight.com. Told them to meet us here at the beach.
Let's get started.
SafeLight repair.
SafeLight replace.
Schedule free mobile service at safelight.com.
Repair, SafeLight replace.
And after this law, I saw another law dealing with the smaller luminary, which is named the moon. And her circumference is like the circumference of the heaven. And her chariot in which she rides is driven by the wind. And light is given to her in definite measure. And her rising and setting change every month. And her days are like the days of the sun. And when her light is uniform, it amounts to the 7th part of the light of the sun. And thus she rises. And her first phase in the east comes forth on the 30th morning. And on that day she becomes visible, and constitutes for you the first phase of the moon on the 30th day together with the sun in the portal where the sun rises. And the one half of her goes forth by a 7th part, and her whole circumference is empty, without light, with the exception of 1/7 part of it, the 14th part of her light. And when she receives 1/7 part of the half of her light amounts to 1/7 part and the half thereof. And she sets with the sun, and when the sun rises, the moon rises with him, and receives the half of 1 part of light. And in that night, in the beginning of her morning, in the commencement of the lunar day, the moon sets with the sun, and is invisible that night with the 14 parts and the half of one of them. And she rises on that day with exactly a 7th part, and comes forth and recedes from the rising of the sun. And in her remaining days she becomes bright in the remaining 13 parts.
Leave it right there for now. Rasta, welcome.
Yo.
You made it.
I made it. How you doing? How you doing? I'm on my computer now, so it should sound good. And we're rolling right here in the studio, my office down here. And yeah.
So last night or the night before, you mentioned on the show portals to the abyss.
Okay, so before I even start, I want to address some wicked, evil troll behavior that occurred yesterday on Father's Day.
Yeah, go ahead.
It was just rotten behavior.
Yeah, they did it to me the night before. The night before they did it to you, they did it to me over here.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
Listen, I had to take the stream down on 5 channels. Now I have to go back and do my work and edit it. It's more work for me.
It's freaking demonic, and it's really wicked. Why? I don't know how whoever you trolls are, you get off on throwing us as content creators off course by just like coming in with a sock account and pretending to be somebody that you're not.
Well,
and then Melanie Moran You know, like I'm gonna call her a moron because like every single time I start singing, she says she starts to criticize me about my karaoke. When I'm like, I'm not even reading words on a screen. It's not karaoke. It's not karaoke. I sing. I'm a singer. And you can come into my chat and you can enjoy it, or you can just be a really train wreck individual.
You know,
especially
Rasta,
Father's Day.
you know what you should do, Rasta? On the next True King song, you should sing the hook, the chorus really well. I'll make it sound really good, and then everyone will see that you can really sing.
I sang a song for my son's mom yesterday, and it was a beautiful song. Esther Sunday by Trey Anastasio. And I sang it on my DJ mix, and I had to take it down because like I got triggered by these stupid trolls.
No, let me say something. That's why we make that's why we have to make our own music and our own art, because their art and their music is weaponized.
Yeah, I'm gonna edit
we
my
make our
music
own
too.
stuff that's not weaponized.
I'm gonna edit it and re-release it on SoundCloud, because SoundCloud is a nice place. If any of y'all want to follow me on SoundCloud, it's Ross Andre 222, and I make some very awesome mixes on SoundCloud. Drum and bass mixed with reggae. It's like electronic boom 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 the reggae. I mix them together, and it's really good anthem music. If whatever type of work you're doing, just throw on one of my mixes and it'll get you through your day. And it's a meditation, because all the words that the Rastaman say, there's a message in the music. That's what the Rastaman talk about, is the message that's behind the music. And so there's this message that keeps coming up from the reggae music. And so that's what I convey with electronic music, which is part of like my culture here in Portland, Oregon. You know, when I first came out here, like I got real into the rave culture back in the day.
Well, while you're talking about music, though, real quick.
What
do you think about the hidden messages in music, that like all the songs that are played backwards and the satanic? Do you think it's satanic?
Let's dive deep.
Do you think it's just artists trying to be creative and make us two different songs play each way and like show that they have art and they can do art well? Like imagine
there's a total. I mean, there's a battle going on right now, a spiritual battle, a warfare, and the easiest ways to enter into people's minds is through the ears, and through music is obviously one of the greatest weapons that both sides can use, for the good and for the bad.
Yeah.
And so
that's why you don't like profanity and swears in the music.
So the wicked, let's start with P. Diddy, because he's the most relevant right now in society.
P. Diddler.
P. Diddler. You know, that's something that society now can't turn around and be like, "Oh, you're crazy conspiracy theories," blah 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 blah. Blah. P. Diddy. What did he do with Justin Bieber?
Unless it's all just a distraction, to distract us from something else that's going on.
No, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. See, I mean, we've got other characters like Oprah Winfrey and others that Dave Chappelle has talked about. That
go ahead.
It like the intertwinings of the music industry, when you get into those contracts with the reptilian, which is the Luciferian system, the reptilians, they require certain things from you. They come with lots of venom, and they stick those teeth right deep down into you, and they suck at you with their vampire energy. Kind of like the this background that's going right now. It kind of reminds me of like the actual where they worship in the Vatican.
You don't like it? Hold on, let me change it. What about this one?
No. Have you?
No. Yeah.
But have you seen where they were? Can you show where they worship in the Vatican real quick?
Oh yes,
What do you mean?
they're all bring it
Let's
up.
let's show everybody where they harness their energy in the Vatican, because it looks like the
I have a
eyes of
question for
a
you.
serpent.
I have a
Sure,
question I've
sure.
been
But
dying
what
to
do you
ask
want
you.
me to? What do you want me to?
I'll bring it
on.
up. I'll bring it up.
The Vatican.
Okay.
What?
I'll bring it up.
All right, you
Hold on
got
a
it,
second.
Singe.
Yeah.
Thank you. Do some
Whew.
more.
All right.
Un momento. I have a question for I've been dying to ask.
Yes, sir. What's your question?
Can you daydream at night?
Can you daydream at night? That's a great question, and the answer is
dying to ask
yes,
you.
because it's always daytime somewhere,
Ah,
just
good,
like
good.
it's always
Excellent.
420 somewhere.
Excellent.
All right, Rasta. I have a
I
question.
got this.
Portals. No.
Here's the
Portals to
Vatican.
the abyss. Portals to the abyss, Rasta. Right?
Here's the
Where?
Vatican
All right.
portal.
What is the abyss? Because you said you're gonna open a portal to the abyss or something the other day, right? So what is the abyss?
Well, the abyss is this place where spirits are dwelling and waiting. It's kind of like a waiting room of sorts. You know, like if you've seen the movie Beetlejuice, for
Right here's where he
instance.
stands talking.
Have you seen
These
Beetlejuice?
are
There's a new
windows.
Beetlejuice coming out actually.
No,
This
listen. The abyss was a movie, dude.
There's something on screen. I was trying to share what he was showing on screen.
Are you fucking serious, dude? All right, here we go.
Oh, you got it? I'm sorry. I didn't know if I did or not because this thing's new. They changed all the buttons. Okay, did I do it right?
There's the Vatican throne room right there. Look at that. Now, would you want to go in there and say
this right here?
Give your praise?
This is what
what in the world is that, man? Like,
okay, these are
like that looks like something off freaking Star Wars.
No, look, it's two eyes. It's two eyes. Those are the fangs, and there's it's a snake.
This is where he stands right here. There's the fangs, and
And-
they designed that beautiful.
And the
You
freaking
don't make
Pope
that nice.
looks like Emperor Palpatine, and freaking it's more like Spaceballs though, you know, like because we got Joe Biden, and it's like Rick Moranis, you know, like all the these characters, they're just like out there in society. Like I watched this one woman, Elizabeth April, she does channeling from the Galactic Federation,
Oh, really?
and she
Does she ever get anywhere with it?
Yes, she did. She said that she channeled in the soul of Joe Biden and said that it's a new version. They've got 3 versions in the cooler of Joe Biden that are waiting, but there's been 6 that have been used already.
Yeah.
And so what we're seeing right now is one of many of the versions of Biden that they have.
Rasta, would you ever vote for Joe Biden?
Lordy, no! I don't know. I learned my lesson when I voted for.
Do you think
I learned my.
In Enoch, the portals, you think that they go to the abyss where the sun and moon and star come from?
What?
In Enoch, I was just showing where like the sun comes out of a portal and goes into a portal. Right? A bunch of them, and the moon too. It says it in Enoch. Do you think that those portals go to the same place as where you're talking about, portals to the abyss?
Well, I know there's multiple portals to multiple different places, and I don't know exactly how they work yet. You know the show Rick and Morty. Do you remember that cartoon Rick and Morty?
Somewhat. I know what they look like in my head.
I've got I used to have some Rick and Morty toys, but I probably still do somewhere.
They used to open portals to the abyss on that show.
Rick was the mad scientist, and Morty was his nephew, and Rick had a portal gun, and he basically could dial in anything he wanted, and then he would just bloop, and then the portal would open, and then him and Morty would just dive in, and they would go into this galactic. They would go through different dimensions, and like it was a mind-boggling show, Rick and Morty, all the way until season 4. I mean, it got crude and stuff. It got like on the lines with Family Guy humor, which I don't like. It's really crude and rough. Like there's a difference between, for me, for South Park and Family Guy. Like I don't know why, but I like South Park's approach, but Family Guy just pushes a little bit too far, and I never did like Family Guy. I'm not a fan of the Family Guy.
I think
it's a gross show that should have never probably been even made.
Yeah.
And
so, which came first? Question 2: which came first, the plant or the seed?
Well, I would say that the plants. I mean, today I was working in this garden. It was such a magnificent garden. It was like,
wait. The plant came before the seed, but the plant grows from the seed.
There's blueberries and bumblebees. I've even, if I don't, Singe, do you have Instagram? Can you connect Instagram on the computer?
I did on my old phone. I do not on my new phone.
Okay, because I want to start being able to link on Instagram. Anybody wants to follow me, Ross Andrew on or a real Rasta Bear. I mean, on Instagram.
Sometimes you can just have your links ready, dude. No one wants to do the work.
I had a guitar stream on there, and yeah, I'll become more computer literate one of these days.
I'll get back on there because there's so many people there.
I've got a doctorate in many other things, but computer literacy is. I don't like computers that much. That's why I don't take the time to learn how to operate.
I'm not.
I know how to DJ on a computer, but that's all I really want to do with the computer.
What? Teach?
I like.
What'd you say you like to do with computer?
I like to DJ on the computer, and that's about all. And do these podcasts, and so I would like to be better at it, because you guys are ninjas with the way you can put stuff up on the screen, and I was pretty good at it for a while. I mean, I'm a ninja when I do Instacart. I'm going down the rows and I see all the grocery items, and I'm like, there it is, and I grab it, and I can do an Instacart in like half the time sometimes, because it's got a timer on it and it stays in green. And if it's over the time, it turns red, and then it gets angry with you. But like, I'm always trying to beat the clock, and I'll shave it off by like half the time sometimes, because I know my store so well. And so it's so much fun doing Instacart, because like, not only am I making money, but I get to go out in society and see how these people operate.
Yeah, the people that
I used to get fascinated about that ever since back in COVID, back when COVID happened, and I was walking through the grocery stores. I remember like stocking up on some stuff, because I was like, oh man, this is going to be interesting. But then I just kept going back to the grocery store, and I kept driving Uber and Lyft. And without a mask, and never got sick. Nothing happened. So I don't know how you explain that, but
so okay, so the portals to the abyss. Back to portals.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
So
roll a spliff.
Do you think the portals to the abyss are already there, or do you think they have to be open?
Well, I think that you have to. It's a contractual basis. Like you are the sole proprietor of your soul, and no one else can take that from you. You own your soul, and your soul is very special. It was given. It's your eternal soul. It's gone with you beyond this life and to other lives until you figure everything out. It's your soul. And there's this one song actually by Fish. It goes, why do I sit and cry without a reason? I don't know why. It's my soul. My soul, it's my soul. My soul, it's my soul. That was the one. I think that was actually the first Fish song I ever saw them perform in 1997. In it was North Carolina. I forget the name of the amphitheater or the venue where we saw them. But yeah, Fish playing My Soul.
Okay, so is the abyss the same thing as like hell?
Well, see, that's the thing, you know, and the concept of hell is something that is very damning, because like it seems like this eternal place of torture and brimstone and fire and all this, and you build all that stuff up in your head, you know, just by believing it all. I mean, why would you want to ever build a place like that in your head to begin with? Yeah. You know, like our words are very profound, and the things and the ideas that we put in our minds, they can generate things because we're in some type of an intricate simulation. And so the words that we speak have very profound meaning. And so we better, you know, be wise with the way that we use our language, the words that we say, the things that we do, so that we ought to uplift one another and to connect with one another and to, you know, show love and compassion, as opposed to use it to hurt and to cause division, because you're feeding into these energies that open up, like I say, these portals to the abyss. When you do things like, you know, drink your alcohol, and that's why they call it spirits.
Oh yeah,
right? Alcohol.
I'll bring that up.
Alcohol is a spirit. Even back east, they've got stores that say spirits across the store.
Yeah, I guess.
You know, that's just wild to me. You know, they've got the Fireball whiskey. You know, that Fireball's got me in so much trouble in my life. That little devil on the bottle, they put him right there.
Well, let Cinch Man play his.
So you know what what contract you're getting yourself into.
Let's see what Cinch Man got for a sec. Go ahead, Cinch.
I'm just showing pictures, hoping people are reading them.
Okay.
Ascension.
You want me to read it?
That's right. Pay attention. It's time for ascension.
Witnessed the biggest upgrade of human consciousness we could ever imagine.
I was in this. I was leaving the parking lot doing Instacart yesterday, and the license plate in front of me, it was a Oregon Bumblebee one, and it said entropy. So ascension and entropy, just into the stream, just return to goodness. But yeah,
your pineal gland, yeah. So
ODD. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. So.
You got to start eating clean, start living clean, and smoking less. Just being cleaner, and you could level up. It's pretty cool. It's not easy.
This is why I don't do drugs.
Be sober.
You have to do the work.
Be vigilant.
It's called work for a reason.
Because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour.
What is pharmakia? Pharmakia is a form of the Greek root word from which we get our English words pharmacy, pharmacist, and pharmaceutical. According to Vine's Expository Dictionary, the definition of pharmakia is the use of medicine, drugs, and spells, poisoning, and sorcery. Strong's Concordance backs this up with its similar list of definitions. The use or the administering of drugs, poisoning, sorcery, magical arts, often found in connection with idolatry and fostered by it, the deceptions and seductions of idolatry. The Bible makes use of the word pharmakia 3 times, once in Galatians as witchcraft, and twice in Revelation as sorceries. Let's quickly go over Galatians 5:20. We will read verses 16 through 21 to get a better grasp on what's being said.
This I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusteth against the Spirit, and the Spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. But if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I've also told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of God.
Here, the word witchcraft denotes the use of drugs as a lust of the flesh. Now let's have a look at Revelation 18:23. Let's quickly read verses 21 through 24.
And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. And the voice of harpers and musicians, and of pipers and trumpeters, shall be heard no more at all in thee. And no craftsman of whatsoever craft he be shall be found any more in thee. And the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee. And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee. And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. And in her was found the blood of prophets, and of saints, and of all that were slain upon the earth.
This part of Revelation tells us that Babylon will deceive all nations with the use or administration of drugs. Is anyone making the connection yet? Bill Gates. Though these scavengers are not officially classified as a drug, the dictionary definition of the word drug definitely applies to sneeze, a substance used in the diagnosis, treatment, or prevention of a disease or as a component of a medication. Every major pharmaceutical company in the world is whipping up toxic chemical concoctions that they can label as. When you think about it, all the Hollywood tropes and cliches, like the way they portray fictitious witches when creating magic potions, isn't too far off from reality when drug companies create a new vaccine. Some ingredients in these, as listed by the CDC on their website, include aluminum, which causes Alzheimer's disease, formaldehyde, aka embalming fluid, thimerosal, which contains 49.6% mercury, acetone, which is a solvent in nail polish remover, plus many other highly questionable chemicals. These are toxins which are never to be consumed orally, but in sneeze they are injected directly into the body. Also used in vaccines are and animal parts, including those from chickens, pigs, dogs, monkeys, horses, rabbits, cows, etc. Is this not a veritable witch's brew of chemicals, organisms, and animal parts? Basically, pharmacy mixes up different types of poison, patents it, packages it, and claims that it can treat certain diseases. The main problem with that system is that poison is poison. Pharmaceutical drugs and vaccines are extremely toxic, and when introduced into the body, have negative effects on the system from head to toe. These are not just side effects or unintended sicknesses or diseases. These are direct effects because these things don't belong in the body to begin with, so putting them in there is going to directly affect it. Paracelsus. Known as the father of toxicology, Paracelsus was an avid occultist who thought that metals such as mercury, lead, tin, copper, and gold could purify the body. He would often try to heal people from disease using quicksilver, also known as mercury. Many died as a result of the treatment given by Paracelsus. Yet today, we still see things like mercury in our vaccines. That's actually because of Paracelsus. Besides him being a physician and a philosopher, he was
Thank you,
also a metallurgist and a hardcore alchemist. And that's why he was so intent on using metals in his work as a physician. The main objectives of alchemy are to transmute base metals like lead and mercury into gold, to find a universal cure for all ailments, to find a universal solvent that could break down anything, including gold, and finally, to find an elixir to prolong life. A highly sought-after object known as the Philosopher's Stone could assist with all of these goals. Another sought-after substance in alchemy is what's called azoth. Defined as the universal remedy of Paracelsus, azoth was considered to be a universal medication or universal solvent, and was sought for in alchemy. Similar to another alchemical idolized substance, alkahest, azoth was the aim, goal, and vision of many alchemical works. Its symbol was the caduceus. The term, while originally a term for an occult formula sought by alchemists, much like the Philosopher's Stone, became a poetic word for the element mercury. Keep this all in mind. I found some incredible connections to do with all of this information. Medicinal symbols. The bowl of Hygeia is one of the most widely recognized symbols of pharmacy. In Greek mythology, Hygeia is the daughter and assistant of Aesculapius, the god of medicine and healing. Hygeia's symbol consists of a bowl containing a medicinal potion with the serpent of wisdom drinking from it. The serpent of wisdom also appears on the rod of Aesculapius, which is the symbol of medicine. Aesculapius is the Greek god of medicine and son of Apollo. In the United States, the caduceus is commonly used as the symbol for the healthcare industry, even though it's associated with the Greek god Hermes and has nothing to do with medicine. Skilled in persuasion and bartering, and also known as a trickster, Hermes is the patron of merchants, traders, thieves, liars, and gamblers. But here's where it gets crazy. It's 100%, absolutely, positively, no accident that the caduceus is used as the symbol of medicine in the divided states of Zombieland, and some other places too, but it's abundant in the US. Have a look at the image of Baphomet. There's a caduceus.
Oops. Yikes. All right, well, I dropped the ball on that one. All right. I think I'm gonna end the stream because
You're gonna end the stream?
Yeah, just because the screen's giving me a headache. Why, you want to say anything before we go?
Oh, well,
final thoughts.
Well, final thoughts. Well, this was a good show. That last video about the medicine, and the serpent on the staff, in the medical system, that just shows, how intertwined they are. And, you just need to be aware of that the FDA, there's food, the stuff they put in our food, like the canola oils and all the different types of, sunflower oils, the red 40 and the blue.
Yeah, those are bad.
All the different neurotoxins. They don't even put this in they don't even put this in food in Europe or anywhere. Why is that?
Or a bad
They don't let them.
Why do they poison our well, but then not the well of other countries? Like what's going on with our system? And like it said, it is the trickster of the Hermes is the trickster, and that's what the medical system is a big trick.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need you can be your own doctor.
Just so you guys know real quick, I'm cutting the backup channel. So we're staying on Boston Ray Mudfoot Adventures and Odyssey. And I'm gonna leave this.
Except if you need certain medical procedures.